your favorite reptile?
You can't ask me that, but man, if I'm gonna have to have a favorite reptile, it's gotta be the saltwater crocodile, the largest reptile on the planet, known man-eater, and I'm getting it tattooed on my body right now. Dinosaur. A living dinosaur. What's going on, beautiful people? I'm here at Sunshine State Tattoos, home of Tyler Nolan. Check him out. Say
what's up, people?
Say what's up to the meatball plant. I gotta start just calling them beautiful people. Because somebody commented.
Oh, yeah, it's like the poop clan.
Yeah, somebody commented that. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I should probably just stick to beautiful people.
What's up, poop clan?
What's going on, beautiful people? I'm getting my crocodile tattoo that I've been talking about for a while. And we decided that for this video, that we'd be answering questions. So I actually went on Instagram and I was like, hey, I'm going to be hanging out with Tyler. You're going to be hanging out with Tyler getting a big tattoo. It's going to take a while, so might as well ask questions that you guys have always wanted to answer. So I have Ruth right here. Say hello, Ruth.
Hello.
Say what's up. Ruth is my editor. Ruth is the one who keeps me from pulling my hair out so I can focus on my animals instead of editing all day. So she's saved my life. She's awesome. So she's going to start reading the questions, and we're going to see what you guys got, what you want to know. Let's figure it out. Let's try to solve some mysteries.
We have a lot of questions over here.
Well, like 12?
How do you get Kevin your king cobra?
How did I get him?
Yeah.
So, a good friend of mine named Jonathan Vasquez, who's a wildlife officer down here in South Florida for the tribe of Florida, the Native Americans out here, the Seminole tribe. He has a lot of connections and he knows a lot of people, and he's always had my back growing up as a young alligator wrestler and a snake handler, and he knew that I wanted to get a king cobra when I was getting my venomous snake license, and I really wanted a Malaysian because they're the biggest, they're the most beautiful, and he's good friends with Mike Easter, who's an awesome venomous snake handler and seller of reptiles. He actually lives out in, I want to say, Ohio?
See, Mike Easter?
Mike Easter.
Oh,
no, we're not Keister in anything.
Oh, I thought
here.
you said Mike Easter.
No, I'm clenching right now because this tattoo hurts around the neck.
I thought you said
no, Mike Easter. Mike Easter is a bad. He worked with Gator Boys, handling all the alligators out there. He's been keeping venomous forever. King Cobra handler, and he's the one who got my King Cobra off of Kevin. So, hit me with another one.
Nice. When are you going back to Costa Rica?
I don't know. Maybe in April, maybe not, because Tyler and I were talking about going out there. But now we're thinking maybe like Brazil.
Yeah.
Because anacondas. That's why. Period. No more to explain. And also, Brazilians are known to have excellent large milkshakes out there, which I really want to.
I love milkshakes.
I love milkshakes.
They're delicious.
How was your trip from Australia?
Oh my god. Well, this video's coming out after it, so you guys know how much I have fun and how fortunate I was to find all these badass species. Let alone the first day we found the rarest python in all of Australia and possibly even the world that owned Pelly python, called in saltwater crocodiles, spoke to the crocodiles. That's why I'm getting a crocodile tattoo, because I'm, part of the crocodile clan. And yeah, it was awesome. It was just an awesome cultural experience. Got to hang out with Aboriginals, got to hang out with the locals, got to hang out with everyone, and got to see awesome wildlife. Got to catch some of the coolest and most deadly snakes around. So yes, Australia was awesome, and I'm going back because I want to swim with saltwater crocodiles in the ocean.
Next.
Yeah, I know. I hope I will.
Are you going to do a full sleeve of reptiles?
No, I'm actually going to stop at the elbows because I don't want my tattoos. No,
that's what he says.
More shoulder stuff. Stuff that can be hidden under the shirt because I don't want to be holding an animal and people are looking at my nice tattoos instead of the animal. So I'm going to keep it to shoulders and biceps. No offense to this beautiful man and all his beautiful tattoos.
Not a question, but somebody said, not offense, but you're sexy AF.
Dang. I hate it when people call me sexy AF. I hate it. Gosh. Thank you.
How do you start your hobby?
Well, it's more than just a hobby. It's a passion. When it comes to reptiles, I've been catching little reptiles and keeping snakes in my house since I was a little kid, even without permission from my parents, because I kept boa constrictors in these big tubs with heat wires to keep them warm. I had boa constrictors, blood pythons, I had tarantulas. All of this was hidden in my dressers with just a little bit of clothes. So when you open up the drawer, you just see clothes, but if you open it up all the way, ta-da! Big boa constrictors.
Is your family, like your mom or dad, into wildlife like you are?
No. Definitely, I'm the only one in my whole family who's into it this much. My sister, she likes wildlife when she's around it, when she's exposed to it, but she never goes out of the way to go hang out with animals. My brother, not so much. My dad is definitely afraid of snakes. Like, he does not like snakes. The fact that I'm passionate about snakes is a miracle coming from my dad. But my dad's still a badass. He was head of homicide in Miami. He was a cop for a very long time. And this guy's dad was a cop too. And his brother's name is Chase, and my brother's name is Chase. Why are we friends? So many similarities.
Are you single?
Yes, of course.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. Why wouldn't I be happy? I just went to Australia.
Your favorite reptile?
You can't ask me that, but man, if I'm gonna have to have a favorite reptile, it's gotta be the saltwater crocodile, the largest reptile on the planet, known man-eater, and I'm getting it tattooed on my body right now. Dinosaur, living dinosaur.
What was the biggest python that Kevin ate? How
Oh
long
my
was it?
god, the biggest python that he ever ate was 8 feet and 1 inch. I was scared that he was going to explode, but he digested it, no problem, and crapped all of it out, and he's still the king he is today. So now I tend to stick to smaller meals that are easier to digest, so more so around like 5 feet, 4 feet, but 8 feet was ridiculous. Only did it because the python wasn't that fat. A lot of the pythons you find in the Everglades are gorging themselves, and they're real tubby looking snakes. Clap for me real quick. Snake review.
Why are you so handsome?
Oh well, you know those carriers that you have for children. My mom dropped me down the stairs. I was a carrier. I kind of rolled down like a potato, and it busted my nose just right.
What's your favorite type of lizard?
My favorite lizard is the Parenti from Australia. It's been my favorite lizard since it was presented to me through TV by Steve Irwin when I was a little kid. And so we're up to brown snakes, which is one of the deadliest snakes, top 10. They'll grab it and shake until its vertebrae breaks, and they swallow them whole. So the Parenti's badass. It's the king of the outback.
Crazy. Have you ever been bitten by a venomous snake?
I've only been bitten by mildly venomous rear fang snakes, so I don't really count that because I allowed it to happen by just not being as cautious as I would with a venomous snake. So technically, yeah, but on a real bite, like something like Tyler experienced with his king cobra bite, no. Luckily, I've not experienced anything like that yet. But hey, I'm young. We'll see what happens.
How did you and Tyler met?
Okay, so Tyler and I met at Native Village when I was like 14 or 15 years old. Native Village is actually the first place I ever worked at. I started there as 13, and that's where I did gator shows and snake shows. And he is good friends with David Weathers, another snake handler, and he was going over there to visit him. And I was a little kid, and he came over to visit, and I was like, what's up? And then his friends wanted to hold an alligator. I pulled an alligator out, and that was it. And then a couple years later, we matched on Grindr, and we started hanging out more.
Been great ever since.
No, we just been hanging out like
Grindr's
crazy.
awesome. Try it out.
Try it out.
What are some of your favorite non-venomous snakes?
Some of my favorite non-venomous snakes? There's lots of cool snakes out there. Mangrove snakes have always stuck out the most. The ones that you find in Southeast Asia that are black and yellow, they are bad. Tyler's owned them. I found one out in the wild that was a morph. And instead of having regular tiger stripes, I had like pinstripes going down the body. Other non-venomous snakes, black-headed pythons are bad snakes. I love retics, anacondas. There's so many snakes out there, it's kind of hard to say which ones are my favorite that are non-venomous. Oh wait, go back for a second. You said non-venomous?
Non-venomous.
Mangrove snakes are rear fang venomous. I take that back. So yeah, retics, anacondas,
I was gonna say
crazy
something about
Asian
that
rat
too.
snakes. Yeah, I caught myself. Got that. Got that.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22.
22.
Any future plans with new crocodilians?
Hell yeah, of course. I'm just getting started. The only reason I haven't gotten more crocodilians is because here in Florida, with this Class 1 license that I have, once a crocodilian hits over 4 feet long, you have to be on a 5-acre property, and I'm trying to get my 5-acre property as soon as possible. So when that happens, I can throw up a big fence, put the permit for that property, and start getting my big crocodiles, my big mating pairs. I want to breed endangered species, but I also want some favorites like saltwater crocodiles. So definitely more crocodile stuff in the future. Training, desensitizing like Ziggy. We're gonna see how far we can get with making Ziggy habituated with being touched by a human. So we'll see how when he's 10, 14 feet long, we're gonna see what happens and see if he's still nice and friendly, and hopefully not wanting to change up diet.
How many snakes do you have?
I have like in between, well, just venomous, it's like around 33, and then altogether, I don't know, like more towards 40.
Good question. Who does the videoing and editing?
Ruth, right here. Ruth, show your face again.
It's me.
Hey, she's a really good editor. Editor review. She hasn't been fired yet.
Not yet. Will you ever get a black mamba?
Yes. Everyone always asks, black mamba, taipans, this, that. Yeah, I want to get this stuff, but I'm waiting for the right opportunity to get one. One, I don't want one that's inbred, because a lot of keepers inbreed their snakes. And two, I don't want to pay a crazy price, because some people name crazy prices for snakes, and I'm not trying to overpay for a snake I know I can get for way less. So that's me, you know, being a little cheap. But yeah, I'm going to get a black mamba soon. I love them. I want to get a baby and raise it up. I do not want a wild caught one. I want to have it as a hatchling, work with it as it gets older, and go from there. So, we'll see what happens. Mamba.
How can I not be scared of snakes?
Go to a local zoo and go to an encounter, which is either on a walkway or during or after a reptile show that they'll have, and they'll usually let you pet like a boa or a python or something non-venomous, and that's a great way to get over your fear.
What was your first pet reptile?
First pet reptile, Jackson chameleons. I had a 3-horned Jackson chameleon, and their names, I had a female and a male. Their names were Applejack and Applejack. I forgot what it was.
And what was your first venomous snake?
Lucy. It was Lucy the chameleon. Okay, it was Lucy. Sorry, I just remembered that. That was such a long time ago.
And what was your first venomous snake?
First venomous snake. Okay, so I mean, I shouldn't be selling myself out, but my first venomous snake was when I was very young. It was a water moccasin. We're just gonna leave it at that.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Squirtle. Squirtle.
How difficult is it to have a lot of reptiles?
It can be very difficult, not because of the number, but because of what they are, because I can't just have anyone come over and take care of them. One, they have such specific requirements being such exotic animals. Two, they could end your life in a heartbeat. Three, the person who's working with them has to be so comfortable that they don't endanger themselves and also the animal themselves, because they're fragile. They're like fine china. You can hurt them easily by being scared when they move a certain way. Notice when I handle my king cobras, my rattlesnakes, whatever, I'm calm. I'm not freaking out. If I freak out, I'm going to make a mistake and get bit.
Can I work with animals without a degree or money?
Yeah, of course. And you can work with animals to make money. So you can go to a sanctuary, you can go to a big zoo, a private zoo, any facility, and just ask, can I start volunteering? Can I work? If they don't have a job for you right away, try to start volunteering, work your ass off, and prove to them that you're worthy of the job.
Chandler, how will you describe your job in 3 words?
It's awesome.
Great. What's your favorite turtle species?
Alligator snapping turtle. And then after that, it's Mata turtle. After that, it's either fly river turtle or maybe like a crazy snake neck turtle. Oh, or the big-headed turtles, the Malaysian big-headed turtles. They're gnarly looking, and they chase down crabs full sprint and crunch them down. They look like dinosaurs.
For Tyler, what is the hardest spot to tattoo on somebody, and why?
Hardest spot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Armpit sucks. Also, yeah, I mean, think about it. Your body, there's lots of weird places that you can get tattoos on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Often.
You know what I'm saying? You know? So I've had to tattoo some weird places in between some weird things. You know what I mean? Not fun.
I'm not talking about the catfish predatory fins.
2 + 2?
Coronavirus.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Wash your hands. Take showers.
Do you want to have a speeding cobra?
No. If I want to go play with spitting cobras, I can go to Tyler's house. No joke intended. Yeah, spitting cobras. I can go play with those.
Oh, I see what you did there.
See what I did there?
No.
On a real note, some of my favorite true cobras are spitting cobras. I just don't keep them because the tendency to spit with some species, when it dries on the outside of the tank, if you have a lot of exposure to many spitting cobras, after the years you can develop an allergic reaction to the venom, so if you get bit, you die faster than you would normally. So, yeah, Tyler's fine, don't worry about him. It's fine. It's not like he lets him spit on his face or anything, he wears protection. But also if you inhale the vapors that are in the air, that's how you develop the reaction. Anyways.
I love Kevin and Justina. Are you ever gonna breed Kevin or Justina?
Yes, in the future I might breed Kevin, and in the future I might breed Justina, but I will not breed them together because they're two different localities and I don't want to mix up the genetics and the colors.
Is it draining to have to film YouTube videos all the time?
No! Here's the thing, reshoots. Reshoots is what makes YouTube very stressful, so I'm an in-the-moment kind of guy. I don't stage anything, I don't make it up. It's what happens, it's what gets filmed, so I don't like it when they're like, the camera wasn't on! You're gonna have to redo the whole thing. I'm like, especially when I'm handling deadly animals, I'm not gonna redo it. So, YouTube's awesome. I love it. It's the best career. I get to do what I love and show it to you guys. But I don't like reshooting stuff. That sucks. So, my camera died, and now we're filming on Root's iPhone. So let's get it. Hit me with the question. Hit it!
Can you show us all of your tattoos and why you have them?
You're looking at all of them right now. I'm getting one right now, and the first one is the redhead crate on my right arm that you guys have probably seen before, right here. That's it.
What are the countries you want to go visit the most?
Africa. I want to go to South America. I want to go to Brazil. I want to go to Madagascar. I want to go to more places in Southeast Asia. I want to go to India. I don't know. I want to go to Papua New Guinea. There's so many places, so many cool places on the planet. I want to go to Komodo Island. I want to go see Komodo dragons.
That'd be fun. There's this fan that says, I'm from Australia and I wanted to know your favorite Australian snake.
What's going on? It's got to be the inland taipan.
Why?
Because they're badass looking and they change color seasonally. So when it's really, really hot out, they only have yellow bodies and black heads, and then when it's really cold out, they turn all black, so they seasonally change color, and it's bad.
Why do you kill pythons to feed to Kevin and his girlfriend?
Well, Kevin and Justina are not dating, first off. Let's get that clear. No gossip. And when it comes to the pythons, they're an invasive species. They don't belong in South Florida. Carcasses are thrown out all the time. They're not used for anything. And why not utilize that dead carcass for king cobra food? So that's why I'm helping out with the problem. I'm actually considering feeding frozen thawed iguanas and frozen thawed Nile monitor lizards that are also invasive and feeding them to my black-headed python because in the wild, they nearly only eat lizards. So we're going to test that out in the future.
What's a snake you want to own at some point? I guess that you don't have yet?
Red-headed crate. Tattooed on my arm. I love that snake.
When's your birthday?
January 27th. 1998.
Favorite snake other than the Kevin? I guess that's from your collection.
In my collection, Meatball, the Colette snake. He's badass.
Oh, that's a good name.
Meatball, because he looks like a meatball. Yeah.
What made you get a tattoo?
Well, I was actually never going to get any tattoos, even though my mom and my stepdad are tattooed and my sister. But a fan of the show ended up coming down and hanging out with Tyler at his old tattoo shop, who's an excellent tattoo artist. His name's Riley, and he actually did some designs for t-shirts for Chandler's Wildlife. He was asking me to get tattooed, like, non-stop, and I was like, nah, I'm good. He's like, dude, I'll do it for free. He's like, please, let me just sketch it on you, and if you like it, we'll do it. If not, I won't be offended, blah, blah, blah. And then he ended up sketching it, and I really liked it, and I got tattooed. So I got my first tattoo in peer pressure, because Justin was there getting tattooed, and Tyler was in the other room tattooing Justin, and they're like, get a tattoo. I'm like, no. Like, get a tattoo. He's like, let me just draw something on you, bro. I'm like, okay.
So peer pressure.
Don't fall into peer pressure, kids, or you'll end up with animals tattooed on you.
How were you able to start doing the awesome things? That you do
I
now?
started at the bottom and now I'm here, quite literally. When I was 13, turning 14, I got my first job and it was at a grocery store bagging. And at the same time, I went to go to a wildlife facility that allowed volunteers on the Indian reservation called Native Village. And I became a volunteer there. And once I became a volunteer there, they let me start alligator wrestling, handling venomous snakes, doing guided tours, doing gator shows, snake shows. And that's where I got my start, volunteering. So that's why when everyone asks, how do you get into it, it could simply be volunteering at a facility.
Where are you putting your animals, your big animals when they grow up? Like Ziggy.
My 5-acre property that I'm going to get in the future, which is going to be a conservation facility, also the place where I live and do private tours for you beautiful people out there that want to come and learn about wildlife and interact up close. Wow, the closer he gets to my neck, the less feeling I have in my neck.
What's your favorite type of rattlesnake?
The Eurocone rattlesnake from Venezuela. Beautiful.
Venezuela.
Hey, Ruth is from Venezuela.
Do you think that you have an actual bond with Kevin?
No, I don't have a bond with Kevin. I see that a lot. Everyone's like, he trusts you, and that's why he doesn't bite you. No, he's nearly bitten me a couple times over the past year and a half, 2 years that I've had him. And you know what? It's all about how I handle the animal, and how I act towards the animal is the energy I get back. If I make the wrong move, if I touch him the wrong way, he's going to come at me. And if I'm not ready for it, if I don't see it coming, I will get bit. So it's not really so much of a bond. Maybe it's, he understands I'm not trying to hurt him, but at the same time, he has nearly gotten me a couple times, and I got fast reflexes. It's somewhat of a young man's game, and hopefully I can keep it up, and I'll be an old man one day still, I still got it, dodging the king cobra bites.
What's the best beginner snake to get as a pet?
Corn snake, ball python, king snakes are good too, but they can be a little bit food aggressive, and you might get bit sometimes. So I would say ball pythons, corn snakes. Those are awesome snakes for starting.
How big will Ziggy grow?
Ziggy, if a female, just a little over 10 feet long. If a male, Ziggy has the potential to get upwards to 17, 18 feet long. That is a beast of a crocodile with a head that's almost 4 feet long. Insane sizes, so I'm super excited for Ziggy in the future.
Any plans about visiting India?
Yeah, I want to go to India. I really do. I want to promote some king cobra conservation projects and also gharial conservation projects. So hopefully that's a possibility in the future. It's just really difficult to film there, and it would suck to pay all the money to get there and not be able to film anything. So I need to work out that first.
That'll be a lot of money.
And also be a lot of money.
What advice would you give to somebody that would like to handle venomous snakes when they're older?
Just like I said before, volunteering at a facility, getting mentored, learning from very responsible people, and just be willing to listen and willing to learn from people. And yeah, you went to Underground Reptiles to do venomous, right?
Well, I worked there when I was a kid. I started working at Underground Reptiles when I was 12. Started working with venomous when I was like 14, and I got my venomous license. Back when I got my license, there was no you have to have a license for each class. It was just literally $5 venomous license. You could have anything venomous. It was awesome. And I got it right when I turned 18.
Yeah, I have to deal with each family you need hours for. So that's fun. But I still got it. Woo! Licensed.
What's your favorite movie?
The Notebook.
Yeah, I guess
That's a good
so. Wait. My favorite movie. Oh god, I got a couple really good movies that I like. Like the first Jurassic Park, of course.
Give your
But also Step Brothers. Step Brothers. My favorite movie is Step Brothers. That's what it is.
A weird one. If you were to put two types of snakes together and make one bad snake, what would it be?
The coral snake and the cobra. Because coral snakes are in the cobra family. But imagine a coral snake, like an eastern coral snake from Florida with a hood. How cool would that be? Like it stood up like a cobra.
What if a cobra with like a rattle? That'd be pretty cool.
Like Kevin with a rattle. That would be crazy. A big rattle.
Yeah,
That'd be really scary and intimidating.
Yeah, that would be.
actually.
That'd be pretty crazy.
What's your daily job?
My daily job is to make sure my animals are taken care of and to make sure the videos are being produced.
Has Tyler had interaction with King Cobra since he got bit?
Yeah, with my King Cobra. And the one that bit him.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite fantasy sci-fi movie?
Avengers. Or Guardians of the Galaxy. One of the Marvel movies. I love Marvel.
Good answer.
Great answer.
Guess what, bro? We're done.
We're done?
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank god.
It's crazy.
You guys ready to see this?
We're donezo!
Oh my god.
Alright, mate.
Dude.
There's a croc right there.
That thing came out sick.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, man. I'm stoked.
Gnarly
Although,
looking salt.
Little red, the white's a little bloody still, but
That's me. That's me. I'm
you
real
get
white.
the picture.
Look how nasty that thing looks. Woo! Look at that thing. That is awesome. Guys, Tyler Nolan here at Sunshine State Tattoos. Come check him out. Book an appointment. He's got an awesome group of artists here along with him. Just get sorry, I have to stay.
Yeah, you can finish.
Well,
Check it out.
Check out Tyler Nolan's
Sunshine
channel.
State Tattoo, Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Check out his shop. Check out his YouTube channel. Check him out. Look at him. Look at him. He's a fine specimen. Careful. I'm watching my tattoo, but I have to do this in every video. I have to do this in every video.
Always pick.
Hey, I love you, bro. Thank you for the tattoo. Hey, I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay beautiful. Be brave. But stay gangster. Hit the camera. Wait, Ruth, did you say you're gonna get a tattoo?
Oh yeah.
Where's the tattoo you're gonna get, Ruth? Ruth said that she would get a tattoo. Where's the tattoo, Ruth?
What is that?
Oh, would you look at that? Ruth is gonna show her commitment and tattoo CWL on her ankle.
Man,
Oh yeah.
we're gonna zap it on there.
She wants to work with this company for life, and I see her commitment, and she's proving she's very loyal to this.
About to get branded.
I love her. Ruthless Ruth. Thank you for committing to Chandler's Wildlife and sticking with this company.
Yes.
Dealing with my crazy and just being on top of all this footage and all this editing. Just making sure we pump out content.
Yes.
And also tattooing my initials on you.
Of course.
Showing me your dedication.
Yeah. Anytime.
I want to start seeing CWL tattoos out there. If you guys love Chandler's Wildlife and you're old enough to get a tattoo,
Do it. Let's see how many of you guys are.
I will share it at the end of every episode after the credits. I'll put music up and I'll share everyone who's got a tattoo, some sort of Kevin or Ziggy.
Let's do it.
Some sort of tattoo that pertains to Chandler's Wildlife, and I'll share at the end of every episode. So start sending them to the email. Oh my goodness. Chandler's Wildlife has become a tattoo.
It's gonna be permanent
Forever. Don't worry. It's just
forever.
repeat of needles. It's like getting bit by a snake nonstop.
Oh.
You want to hold my hand?
Yes.
You ready?
No. Yeah, do it.
Oh.
Alright.
You're squeezing my hand pretty tight.
How's that?
That was hardcore.
You got this. You got this.
Easy, right?
We got the L going. Ruth, we got the L going. Hey. You got this.
CWL for life, man. That's serious.
Oh
Dude.
my goodness.
Serious. I need to get
This is a wildlife. Welcome to Ruth's Wildlife. Hey. Are you gonna give a tattoo review after this?
I hope so. I hope I survive.
Guess what? He survives.
Oh.
It's over?
It's over.
Oh my god! CWL! Chandler's Wildlife! Oh! Hey, give me one tattoo review.